Okay, I think we are now finally good to go, and hopefully everything's going to be working in a second here. Although it occurs to me I should have booted up the game before I actually turned the stream on, but we are probably going to be just fine. Emphasis on the word probably. Okay. So anyway, Snacks, how are you doing tonight?
I'm all right.
Mhm. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Okay, let's see here. The Witcher 2. Okay, I think we are good to go. Yes, we are. Oh, right. I have to prepare the mongoose potion. I have to prepare the Kobe potion to drink it at 3 a.m. in Colorado. Anyway, while I was distracted and not listening all that closely, you were saying some interesting things about
Behave yourself.
um,
Dragon.
NVIDIA.
Understood.
Yes, Nvidia's stock price in October of 2022 was $112 a share, and it closed today at $488 a share. Just in the last year, the price of Nvidia stock has fucking skyrocketed, damn near quintupled.
Mhm.
And a huge reason for that is because of stuff like what I was talking about with Nancy Pelosi, where the government is trying very hard to get Nvidia and other American chip manufacturers, but Nvidia is like leading the way to try to fill the gap of the Taiwanese semiconductor manufacturing.
Right.
And the crazy thing here is that all they got to do is like try to defend Taiwan even half as much as they've tried to defend Ukraine and Israel, but they can't because China owns them. So China is very serious about taking Taiwan, and it's all like, we just fucking damn near bankrupted our country, giving Ukraine a blank check so that Russia could still kick their asses. And we're just gonna leave the Taiwanese out to dry and just hope that we can like fucking it's disgusting, man.
Bing chilling. Well, in defense of the U.S. government, they want to Bing Shilling.
Right.
So, not only did I fix my hard drive issue, but my computer now boots like 3 times faster. Because before, it would take forever on the BIOS screen because it would be like, cannot detect keyboard, cannot detect keyboard. Now it doesn't, because I plugged it directly into the Mobo. So the lesson is, next time I build a computer, I'm going to get one that has like 200 USB ports on the back, so I don't have to worry about this shit.
You're dandy.
So, Snacks, would you recommend me betting all my money on Nvidia?
No, because typically there with people playing a crooked game like this, not every single heavy investment is going to be a big time fucking slam dunk.
Mhm.
And the stock price has already skyrocketed so much within the last year that it looks like the gravy train has left the station. However, if when you're investing, I think Nvidia stock would definitely be a good one to pick up. It's more of a matter of fact.
Witcher, I've been awaiting you.
We need to kill a monster that sinks boats.
Yeah,
Afraid?
Disney's stock price
No,
has
but I
cratered to
suspect
such an
we need to
extent.
draw it onto the shore.
Disney shares trade
that
for
to me.
$91 a share.
I can't
Mhm.
wait. I bet it's something spectacular.
So
Believe it.
Disney has
You'll
big
do the
time
honors.
fallen way the
honors?
fuck off the
Once
cliff.
on the riverbank.
Nvidia
You'll
is
kill
much
him,
more of a blue
her,
chip stock than
whatever it
Disney is
is.
now. Good God.
Mhm.
Did you find out where the cave
That is
came from?
insane.
I didn't even try.
So I take it you know it was created by a mage.
I guessed as much. And what of it? Do you wish me to feel guilty, apologize for some madman? I don't intend to. How did you know it was a mage?
I didn't. Just guessed.
So, Kevin Durant got a technical for celebrating a dunk on the Suns sideline.
Nice.
The Suns went on to get blown out by the Kings.
Fucking refs are pulling
Trish
shit and they're
claims that
making it
Karen
too
was born
obvious,
of
man.
magic.
She's right.
Yeah.
Something that large couldn't possibly evolve in the waters of the Pontar. It looks like the result of some botched experiment. It's growing rapidly and will probably age just as quickly.
I would be so sad if Embiid won another MVP because people have to worship blacks.
that?
Like
Looks
he's not
impressive.
even the best black
A
player in the
megascope.
league.
What does it do?
He's just the one that
Many
whines the most
complicated
and has the
magical
most people
operations.
taping up for him.
It
But
allows me
man,
to
he is
communicate with other
so
sorceresses,
not
for instance.
good compared to other players. And you'd figure that the constant playoff humiliations would have gotten people to accept that by now, you know? Ugh.
If we're going to work together, we should get to know each other.
Is that so? Very well. Ask what you will.
I think I speak for every sports
Are you
fan
and
in
Trish
existence
friends?
Friends?
when I say
Colleagues,
that we all want the
say.
Chargers to win
Acquaintances,
tomorrow.
perhaps. I know all the sorceresses in the north. We aren't that many in number.
Well,
Which
it's
is
not
why
going to
we
happen,
support one
so
another.
I'd rather invest my energy in other
I never expected to see you at Loretos.
Endeavors.
Whereas I
Yeah,
was sure you
definitely.
would show up there.
We can
Some
dream.
undoubtedly
I sure
terribly
fucking
jealous
hope
about his small trading
the
post.
Chargers win.
Anyone of import is summoned to hear him out sooner rather than
Because
later.
aside from
What do they
obvious
want from you?
reasons, we could
That is my
also
concern,
have
certainly none
another
of yours. We're
video
not a tandem,
where
Geralt.
Chargers
We'll
players
kill the
have
K-Ram
gigantic
together,
asses.
but that is all.
I've got
true.
everything I
That's
need.
worth it
Let's
all by
go.
itself, right?
Excellent. Ready?
Are you wearing makeup?
We all have our rituals.
From what I know, K-Runs are colorblind.
Enough, Geralt. Time to draw the beast out of the water.
Got an ace up your sleeve?
I always do. Don't get eaten, and we'll soon both be heroes.
I
Oh
hope
yeah,
you're
that'll
right.
do it. Mavericks got
Descend
blown
into the
out by the
lake.
Rockets
I'll sail
tonight,
the bridge and pull it out onto the bank.
but
Take care.
Kyrie
It'll be
and
extremely
Luca
dangerous, even
both
on land.
did not play.
Yeah, that's a team that's going to lose to pretty much anybody.
Exactly. So the most shot was taken by Tim Hardaway Jr., who went 6 for 20. Ouch. Yeah, you're just not winning that game. Good lord.
On you. I watched Shin Godzilla tonight.
Nice.
It was quite good. Most of the
That's-
movie was about how incompetent the Japanese government is, more so than Godzilla. Like,
Yeah,
they're
I
constantly
believe it.
calling meetings, they're constantly calling, like, you know, conferences, trying to figure out how to deal with the problem. Meanwhile, Godzilla's just destroying Japan, and they're all trying to go through proper protocol in order to try to handle it when there is no proper protocol for dealing with Godzilla anyway. It's pretty good. It's pretty
Right.
fucking funny.
Was there an appearance by Godzilla's nephew, Godzuki?
Well, I'll tell you, this version of Godzilla basically mutates extremely quickly. So at the start of the movie, he's basically just an eel, and then he grows little stubby legs so he can pull himself onto land. But he looks like a special needs Godzilla. He actually looks like a tard. So I guess he was Godzuki for a little while there before he actually grew into his final form.
Close enough. That's acceptable. Because that's probably how Godzuki himself came into being. Because even the Godzilla TV show that had Godzuki as a character acknowledged that Godzilla didn't have any siblings, so he shouldn't be Godzuki's uncle. They just called him Godzuki's uncle for some reason. He's like, yeah, Godzilla, or Godzuki is Godzilla's nephew. He's like, Godzilla has brothers and sisters? They're like, no. And how the fuck? It happens. It's magic.
The Godzilla in Shin Godzilla reproduced asexually, so maybe Godzilla did that too. I don't know.
Air gun! Trap it with the air
Ugh.
gun!
You come down and trap it!
That didn't go very well. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do.
Traffic with the air gun!
Trying, you bitch. How the hell did that hit me? I was nowhere near that tentacle.
How many more can there be?
Nice. Okay. We're getting somewhere. Alright, now we're cooking with gas.
Angry! Watch out!
Come on, come at me, bro. Come on, kill me! Kill me! Oh, shit. No, I didn't actually mean that. I didn't want you to do that. Kill me, but don't do that good a job of it.
Not like this.
Dude, why isn't that trap triggering? Sounds like fun, right, guy?
What?
What he just said in chat. He got in an argument with somebody at the Dollar Tree or something.
Oh, cool. Did he use any gamer words?
It's angry! What?
Dude. Okay, that time it worked, but I don't know why it didn't work the first time. Okay, I think what I need to do...
You descend into the lair. I'll stay on the bridge and pull it out onto the bank. Take care. It'll be extremely dangerous, even on land.
Yeah, I saw that. David, ESPN had them ranked even a little lower. ESPN, they barely made the top 50. So yeah. I wonder why. Recruiting classes don't matter that much anymore now because of all the transfer portaling. Hey, Austin. Oh, that did not hit me. Bite me.
Guess they'll never learn.
It's angry! Watch out! It's angry! Watch out!
No, 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 no. See. Come on, hit it, hit it, hit it. Damn it, dude. Come on. Stop being a dick. Dude, that totally hit. No! God damn it. Wait a minute. Maybe this is my problem.
Air gun! Drop it with the air gun!
You come down and grab it!
Wait! That's bullshit. Okay, you know what? Just fucking... I'm gonna reload then.
How many more can there be?
It's angry! Watch out!
Damn it. I think I've got the pattern down though.
It's angry! Watch out!
JS, thank you for the sub. Welcome aboard. Thank you for the sub. Which meta? I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. We're getting somewhere, baby.
Going somewhere, darling!
That was scary. Oh, nice. Wait. Am I supposed to hit him here? Oh! Oh, you motherfucker! Yeah, I heard about that, David. I see what you're saying, JS. Yeah, that was hilarious. The dude pretending to jerk off on Twitch. Like, did that guy get banned?
I'm not sure. I would assume absolutely. Because Twitch doesn't care that it's hypocritical or double standard. They let the women get away with that because the people who run this website are like the most pathetic simps imaginable. And it's well documented that they trade sexual favors from these girls who they've all got their own OnlyFans. So what the fuck do they care about sending free naked pics to the Twitch executives to make sure they don't get banned when there's money at stake for them? Like, they don't care.
Damn it. Do you think if Amazon knew about what Twitch was allowing right now, they'd stand for it?
No. And we know that because the pushback that the topless meta got was almost instantaneous, and then they then immediately got rid of it because it was actually getting Amazon's attention. Amazon is pretty hands-off with this website, but as soon as their attention goes up, like that's the last thing you fucking want. If you're one of these
You stink.
insane simpletons who run this website.
Makes sense.
It's angry! Watch out!
Oh, you know, back in the 1800s, this never would have been allowed.
Exactly.
It's angry! Watch out!
Hey, we're doing good.
Hey, that's pretty dog shit. I still fucking can't get over it, you know, even though it's been a day or more since we found this out. The fucking Wolverine game will feature crafting medkit. A guy with the most famous healing abilities in all of comic books.
Well, if they get enough backlash, maybe they'll be tempted to take it out.
I sure hope so.
Because I do agree, like, that doesn't make sense.
Not a fucking lick of sense.
Oh, God. God damn it. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the way this game handles health for Geralt. But, I mean, at the end of the day, it's on me to adjust. Oh, you're talking about the Wolverine game. Yeah.
Like the kids these days say, those developers are down bad.
Yeah, I expect that as well. Just hopefully he'll be effective. Yeah. What am I supposed to do here? Okay, there we go. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Oh.
We did it. Not a bad fight, wouldn't you say, Geralt? Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I've used up much of my energy, so if you needed help...
I've learned to help myself. A sorceress worried about me. Should I be scared?
Playing it tough, like every Witcher.
I had no idea it'd be so big.
Triss was right. It's mutated. Magically induced. I must get to work. Collect the most valuable ingredients. What a shame so much will go to waste. Forgive me. Time is of the essence.
Farewell, then.
Don't forget to collect the reward.
Oh, I won't.
All right. We whooped that ass.
We'd best get to work.
Wait. Bunch of shit. Why would Levis play? It doesn't make any sense. They have nothing to play for. He's clearly not well. Like, what is he going to gain from this? This is silly. Get better and come back next year, dude. We like you. You're a cool dude. Don't screw it up.
Yeah, Levis has absolutely nothing to play for. And if he comes back early, like, man, Titans should be ashamed of themselves.
Right. Six Flags, I would assume so, but I don't know. That's an interesting question.
Like, they had the opportunity to end the Texans season, but they blew it.
Yep. They got to play
Just-
against Case Keenum and couldn't get it done.
Just live with the historic win you got over Miami and just move on.
Man is the real monster, because man created this game.
Hello.
Something's troubling me. What was that? What does a bloody witch want?
I did not know about the controversy.
At your service.
I think the stew's ready.
Quiet, woman. Artist at work.
You might
I just
want to
don't like
stir it.
Valorant.
I don't stir.
For some reason, when I heard the name Valorant, I assumed it was going to be like Hearthstone, like a virtual card game, but it's a shooter.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought that.
Kieran's dead.
Good work. You've earned your reward.
It's a class-based shooter like Overwatch and TF2, I believe.
Mhm. So,
Well, well. How's
we
the Commandant as a
whooped his
host?
ass.
It's people like him who might help us.
Do you
Or
happen
put
to
us in
know
shackles and
where
throw us
I
into
can
the
dump my
river?
inventory?
He told me they're keeping Skoyatek
'Cause
prisoners on a barge.
My
at the port.
Geralt
Did he
is
mention
almost
if Kieran
full
of
on
Vesnaland,
inventory.
Yorvet's right-hand elf, is among them?
No,
He may know something
Alright.
about the Kingslayer.
let's
I
pay
need
him a
to,
visit.
like,
They
find
kicked
some
my
kind of
ass
home
and don't
base
even
or
leave a
something.
tip.
Damn it. The moral downfall embodied.
What about
So
that
there
boat?
are merchants and shopkeepers and such for you to sell your inventory off to. But I'm not sure where you are, so I don't know what merchants would be closest to
The
you.
massacre in Rivia. It came back to me.
Alright, well, I'll sell my
The
stuff
angry
soon.
mob murdering non-humans. A young boy with a pitchfork.
Sounds good.
Anything else?
Death. Or a state close to it. I'm not sure. I felt life draining out of me.
I was there. I arrived a moment later. Too late.
Don't worry, Triss. They're only memories. We have bigger problems to tackle now. Something tells me that in recovering my memory, I'll find out a lot about what we're dealing with now. How's it living with Roach's soldiers?
Splendid. I know every shit joke that Shorty's told me about his 16 children. Nice to know that
Glad to see.
I think I actually like them.
Who's the brave? And here I thought
What do you want?
To speak with the wounded prisoner.
No one's allowed.
I'm here on Commandant Laredo's orders.
I already cut a deal with you, but
So get out of my way.
he won't tell you much. He's dying.
Woo! Oh, well, that could be a problem. Huh. Every now and then, it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen, my keyboard will disconnect and reconnect for like a half a second. That port is probably imperfect. I may need to come up with some kind of solution, creative solution here. I might need to get another PCI card. I've done that before. Computers. Where would we be without them?
For what it's worth, this is another reason why I hate that red, green, blue shit. Is the superfluous nonsense that you don't need is... I'm like 99% sure that this is responsible for what's...
I mean, I could disconnect that stuff right now, but it's not that, it's the port. I've had the problem with that port before. Like, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure the microphone used to be plugged in there, and then I connected it elsewhere because of that issue. Yeah, what I did was I bought a PCI card, so maybe I can buy another one.
That definitely sounds like the thing to do to me.
Yeah, where would we be without computers? It's like that old joke. Where would men be without women? Presumably still in the Garden of Eden.
Yes. That is correct.
I know your kind.
Who knows, Millet? I guess it is a road game.
They beat him bad. He's got at least a dozen fractures. I'll need your help.
What do I do?
The spell I'm going to use is painful. It could kill him if he thrashes around.
I'll use the Axii sign to calm him.
Perfect.
And so the short that I made 9 days ago with 6.1 thousand views, ranking every Seahawks season under Pete Carroll with memes, has given my channel 10 new subs alone. That's quite good.
Nice. Nice.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a short break, run some ads, and when I get back, we will continue on. Okay, I am back. So, when snacks, when you fast, how often do you eat? Do you eat once a day or do you eat every other day? How does it work?
Well, it depends on what specifically I'm doing. Typically, I would eat once a day, and then I would have 1 day a week I wouldn't eat at all. So I would eat 1 meal a day, 6 days a week. But anytime I would go crazy because I was like, man, this fast is killing me, and then I would binge a lot, I would make sure to not eat the next day.
It's no use.
You
But
wish,
because of that,
Orson.
during my
I'm no
amazing
traitor.
fast, losing 55 pounds in 6
raving.
weeks,
That
there were
good?
times I would eat like an
Where
entire
am
Little
I?
Caesars pizza
In Flotsam.
for my 1 meal
On
in
the
the day,
prison
and I
barge.
still
The
dropped the
convicts
weight that
barge?
quickly because I would just
I'm
say,
done
okay,
for.
because I did that, tomorrow I won't eat.
Mm.
Which
On it.
helps reinforce in my mind that it doesn't matter what you
How
eat
did
as long as
Laredo's
you put it
goons catch
within your
Yorvith's
whole
right-hand
concept
elf?
of
I was
I need to
betrayed.
control how
How
much I'm
else?
eating. So if you sit there and say, you know what, I'd really like to have
There's
like
a
a
witcher in
shitload of
Yorvith's
donuts,
unit.
you can.
Like
Just make sure that you
everyone.
make up for it later.
He turned out to be a bastard.
What
How many,
happened?
on
He
average?
betrayed us.
Because obviously
He
that's
said
going
he
to
had
throw
an
off the
offer for
average.
me. So we met. Where
How
roses of remembrance
many
grow.
calories do you think you
I
eat a
should
day
have
when you're
known.
fasting?
Roses of Remembrance?
When I'm doing
Yes.
that, typically I
Some
would
of the last
guesstimate
in the world.
between 12 to
He
1500
thought that
because I
I'd
would have a
betray
big
my
meal,
elven
and that was
brother
the one
in order to
time in
control
the day that I would
unit.
eat. However, there were plenty
refused.
of other days where I
There
would
was a
eat like
fight.
less than 200
Never seen
calories
anything
because
like
the
it.
only thing I felt hungry
No
for
human
was
can
something
move that
small,
fast.
and I'd eat it real quick, and then I
It's a
just wouldn't eat for the
massacre.
rest of the day.
I was the first to be hit. Thus I survived.
It
And
gets
I,
a lot easier
I
when
would
you've
have
been
bled
doing
to
it for a
death had
while, and then you
Laredo's
get
men
used
not
to it.
found me. Letho will kill Yorvith, and all will
Then,
be
you
lost.
know, you
So
can
many
start eating
dead,
so little that
so
people are
much
like, oh my
suffering,
God, are you starving
all for
yourself?
naught.
And it's all like, well, technically, yes, but that's not as bad as it sounds. Because if you're
Where's
fat
the
enough to be
Dwan
able to
want me
live
over the
off of
dead?
the
He
fat
used
stores in
us
your body like that,
from the
that's
start.
literally how
My
every
hatred.
animal in the
But he
world
no
is
longer needs
designed to
Yorvith.
function.
Sees him as a thorn in his side.
Because you're not
I don't
expected to
know
be
what
able to
Letho
constantly
wants.
eat. There will be times where food is scarce.
What does
So
Yorvith
you
want? Why Flotsam?
easily put
Go
fat
plow
on
yourself.
so you can live off of it when you are unable to find food
You
later.
have to tell me. I'm on your side.
If you say so. Flotsam is only the beginning. We're no bandits, we fight for freedom. In due time, Yorvith will answer the call, and we'll emerge from the woods, joining the battle.
What battle?
He wasn't specific.
In that case, I'll ask Yorvith himself.
I'd like to see that.
I imagine that when you're doing that, the temptation to get something kind of nice for your 1 meal a day is pretty overwhelming. Like, you don't want to be, like, I don't know what you typically do, but I imagine you don't want it to be something boring and crappy.
Letho. He's the Kingslayer.
What I would do often, especially because it was super cheap for me to
We
do,
got what we
is
came
I would
for.
have the
What
small
now?
cans of sardines and a
Yorvith.
cup of noodles
What
because
if
it was all
Yorvith
extremely
already
cheap.
knows?
I've got an
And
old
what I would
saying
do
all
is that
ready
I
for
would
him.
save that
My enemy's
for I would
enemy
still
is
have
my
in this whole
friend.
process a cheat
Warn
day.
him,
It would be
Gwynplaine.
the day before I would then
Yorvith
fast the
fights,
entirety of the
for that
next
is
day
what
and
he
not
does
eat it all.
best. He's
So I'd be like, you
Enshay,
know what, I've
the
really
real
got a
one,
hankering for
the
some
free one.
chocolate. Okay, I'll get some on
Won
the
the
day
last.
before my day-long
Fighting
fast.
makes sense. Now more than ever before.
So yeah,
There is
like
still
the
hope
desire is
you talking
definitely
about,
there,
Kieran?
but you just have to
Hope for what?
maintain, you
for
know, the
change. For a better
discipline to keep it
tomorrow.
going.
I'll not see it. They'll torment me
And
to
just
death on
remember
this
that
barge.
it's delayed
I'll go gladly
gratification.
where
You
the
know,
apple
you'll
trees
get
bloom.
there and you'll be able to have the things
But you
that you
must
want
warn Yorvith.
to make you happy and all that. Just it won't come now, but just be patient. Fuck.
Oh, titties. Titties, 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 titties.
Woo.
Oh, there are captions but no audio. Is that a glitch of some kind? Huh, weird.
Presumably, yes.
Oh well, doesn't really matter. Yeah. Ben. So when you're fasting, you could probably get away with like a food budget of $150 in a month.
Yes, and anytime I start struggling financially, the temptation to start fasting definitely comes up because I'm like, man, that would make things so much fucking easier. But when I'm not actively trying to lose weight, I sit there and I'm like, but why? And that is what we call the Joe Biden diet, where the economy is so bad and you have
I've
so
been to the
little
Isle
money
of
that you
Avila,
consider
among
not
the apple
eating
trees and the
because
mists.
food is too expensive.
After the massacre in Rivia, Suri took
This
me
is
there.
so much better
with
than
Yennefer.
Rosie O'Donnell
The
being
Wraith
called fat
riders
on Twitter.
kidnapped Yen, and I pursued them.
But
Triss, this is important. I feel like everything's coming together. When the Witchers found me barely alive a half-year ago near Kaer Morhen, I was fleeing the Wraiths of the Hunt. They continued to pursue me, in the outskirts, then in Vizima when I killed the Grand Master. Now I know it was no coincidence.
Kieran mentioned roses of remembrance growing somewhere near here. Cedric claims likewise. If that's true...
Right now I should be searching the forest for Yorvith, not looking for flowers.
I could restore your memory.
You sure?
Everything seems to indicate that. Whatever's blocking your memory is clearly weakening. I think I could break that barrier with just one petal from a rose of remembrance. Those flowers are truly powerful.
In that case, Yorvith can wait.
Want me to go with you?
I'd love your company.
All right then. Let's go. Cedric mentioned there are some old elven buildings near the cascade in the forest. We should start there.
Lead the way.
Shut your traps. Stop bloody moaning down there.
Look, Coffer's dozed off.
Wakey, wakey, Coffer. You'll fall asleep forever any day now. Look, Birdie's all wet. Hey, Birdie, you get wet just looking at me.
Get ready, Birdie.
Yeah, so I'm probably going to have to buy another PCI card.
Boss, so what about that bonus?
Is the work complete?
I'm a witcher! Ha-ya!
I'm glad you're here.
So, even though I beat the first game and I'm now closing in on 10 hours through this game, I feel like I don't have a good understanding of what a Witcher is. Is it somebody with, like, magical abilities like what Geralt has? Is it an animal hunter?
Not magical abilities. What Witchers have is that they went through a training process that mutates them. They consume special potions during the witchering process that mutates them to become a witcher. That's why all witchers have the crazy looking eyes. And what it does is it makes them capable of, you know, extremely fast healing, reduced effects of aging, so they have longer lifespans, more strength and stamina than the average man, stronger sense of smell, better vision, and all kinds of shit like that. Their ability to fight monsters from there is that because they view it as being their profession, you know, like they're very specialized monster hunters, they just gather the knowledge from others who have fought these monsters that have been around for centuries on how to fight the monsters. So, you know, it's part of the whole training process. If I remember right, it's something that takes like 50 years from when they get picked up as a kid to when they become a full Witcher. All the mutating potions and shit that they drink in the training to become an excellent combatant, plus how to fight monsters.
Makes sense. Mostly beans. It's a great idea, David. I love that. Hell yeah.
I think we've arrived.
What?
The Cascade, the menu.
The Chargers signed
We need to
Max
take the path leading
Dugan to their
upwards.
practice squad,
Gardens in the middle of forest.
who was the college
Those elves
quarterback
really
with
like to
Quentin
complicate
Johnston,
things.
who has been
Stop
their
whining.
first
It's
round
not
bust
far
so
now.
far at wide receiver. So maybe they should just throw him in there and see if, like, playing with his college quarterback reinvigorates him a little bit.
Yeah, not a terrible idea.
Cedric
And I'm sure
told
this
me
guy's much
beautiful
better than
legend
Herbert.
about this place.
Legends are almost always beautiful, especially elven ones.
I'm sure as
Elven
a
leaves a lot to be
person
desired.
adjacent to the Chargers,
Well,
you're familiar
Cedric
with
also
Quentin
said the
Johnston's
site itself
chicanery.
was something
At least a
wonderful.
little bit.
Yes. Absolutely fucking dreadful amount of drops, like damn near a league record.
Look around.
Yeah.
So the
Elven and
Chargers, who have
Cymru.
already been teams that struggled
Cedric
with
said Cymru eclipsed
way
even
more than
Francesca
average
Findabair with her
drops,
beauty.
then
And
draft a guy
Francesca's
who
reputed to be the
practically
world's most
specializes in
beautiful
dropping
woman.
passes.
Cedric drinks too much.
The
He
three
really
receivers
has
taken right
visions,
around
you
Quentin
know.
Johnston have all
He
been really
has
good,
the gift. He could learn to
including a
control
man
it
named
and drink
Njigba.
less.
Cedric drinks to get rid of the visions.
Yeah, that pretty
Simple
much
items stay
figures because the
perfectly well.
Chargers have been complete dog
Trace.
shit at drafting for a very
Cymora's
long
rose of
time.
remembrance.
Yeah.
Legend has it they wilt.
I mean,
unless
literally
nurtured
the
with
last
blood,
good
and
picks that
also
they
with their
made was
soul.
Joey Bosa.
But give it to someone you love, and it'll live forever.
It's all been downhill ever since.
This one's for you.
Oops.
Oh, Geralt.
I want you to keep it. If there's any truth to the legend, it shouldn't wilt, even if you pluck a petal or two.
Thank you.
This is the statue, Curly. Don't mind us. Imagine the corn we'll get. I won't leave the brothel for a month.
6 weeks even.
Where does that woman get the gold for all this? I mean, her and the old man, they're buying a new house. And now these statues for the garden.
1 second, guys. I need to find a napkin. I'm being very messy here right now. Wow. So the Texans are going to be missing all three of their top rookies. Stroud, Dell, and Will Anderson. Dang.
It'd be plowing hard to move.
We'd never shift it in one piece. I know. We'll break off the legs, the heads, remove it in bits.
Break off your own head, clown.
Shut your trap, cunt.
Jeez. He went right to the no-no word.
Nature!
Oh, he said it? Rest in peace, stream. It was nice being on Twitch, guys. In the arms of an angel.
Not the gamer word. Although it's a word that might be just as equally banned, honestly. You know, starts with a C.
Well, is it a hard C sound, like the word that Myers-Leonard used? Even though that one starts with a K.
Watch out!
Lovely. You have selected? No.
Incredible what the N-shape built before human ships ever appeared in the
I find it so hard to believe that the NFL is going to fall for Embiid again.
Humans can't ever hope to acquire.
That's so weird to me. Fall for the Embiid thing again.
We're trapped.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like we're stuck.
No, I brought it up, talking about Westbrook, because some guy in the Discord was like, MVP is not a playoff award. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. But you're kidding yourself if you think the playoff performance doesn't impact your future ability to win MVPs. Because Russell Westbrook was the first person to average a triple-double across the whole season since Oscar Robertson in the 60s. So he wins MVP for doing that. The very next season, he does it again. And instead of winning MVP, this time he comes in 5th in the voting. It's because fucking going into the playoffs and shitting up the joint, it just goes to show that while you may have been balling out in the regular season, it didn't mean jack shit. Embiid had an historically bad playoffs last year. And Embiid riders may want to blame Doc Rivers, who, yeah, he's a bad coach, but Nick Nurse isn't that much better. And James Harden, which is funny because Harden was the best player in the Sixers Celtics series. And the best game that the Sixers played was when Embiid was gone and Harden was leading the team. Embiid was a no-show and shat up the joint the entire postseason. So if he just wins MVP again, it's hilarious because, like, you know exactly what it is. You know, it's the racial narrative which succeeded last season. Is why they won't give it to Jokic. There's 2 white players that deserve MVP more than Embiid, and Embiid's not even the best black player in the league. It's Giannis. So, like, the Bucks are just as good as the Sixers are. You know, sure, they might be like, well, you know, blah blah Lillard, but Lillard's been shitting up the joint. Giannis has had a heroic fucking performance where he scored 64 points. How could he not be leading? Or at the very least, ahead of Embiid.
Yeah, it's very confusing to me.
And it's because Giannis is also from Europe, and Embiid is from Africa.
He's not here
That's
now,
why.
so we've no reason to
He's now king of the black people.
The Dwan stole the story of Elder.
Because even though he's not the best black player, he's not from Europe, which is
a more silly
verboten.
and shallow tale I've never heard. An enchanted wood.
You know, and you know that this is the issue because Mark Jackson, who had a vote for MVP last year, talks about this exact thing. And Kendrick Perkins talks about this exact thing. And awards voters have admitted to listening to Kendrick Perkins' show.
And sacrifice.
So, you know, if these room temperature IQ takes, end up prevailing, then whatever we get another MVP season for Embiid, where he then ships up the place in the playoffs yet again. And it's like, dude, he's this generation's LeBron, where everyone just dick rides him for no fucking reason, and then he gets humiliated in the postseason over and over. But at least LeBron actually performed well individually.
Elvin hogwash.
Black.
Man, this sex scene is way better than The Last of Us Part 2.
Because there's an actual woman in this. My God.
We should take walks more often. For a while there, I forgot all about Flotsam, the Scoia'tael, the Kingslayer, the whole world, really.
Nice to know I still have that power.
I need time to devise the spell. It could take as much as a few days. What do you plan to do while you wait?
I'm going to meet Yorvith.
Well, don't get yourself killed. That'd be pretty stupid now.
What are you getting at?
You're about to recover your memory, which will give you a whole new perspective on things. We'll learn what happened to Yennefer.
Uh-huh.
I do not remember the name
you expect
Yennefer
me
from
to
the
drop
first game,
everything
so I'm
and
probably
tell
going to
Roach,
be lost
hey, it's
here.
been great, but I've got places to go and people to find.
Well, yeah, she was
You know,
not
you
in the first
could.
game.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you don't really
And in
owe
order
him
to make it
anything.
make
I'm
more
just
sense
afraid
for
you'll
you,
get caught up in something and you
Yennefer
won't
is
be able to
Geralt's
back out.
longtime
Your vessel
girlfriend,
smiled, Alf. He's
borderline
been
wife.
fighting humans for a full century at least.
And
This
throughout
Letho was
the
no
book
con on
series
that
and all
either,
that, it
and I
was the
shudder
two
to
of
think who put
them.
him on the warpath.
Oh, okay.
They
It's a
went
mire,
with
Geralt,
Triss as
deep
being
and
his love
hungry, and it
interest in
can
the
swallow
first
you
game
whole
and
before
for the
you know it.
beginning of the second
possibly
game
already has.
because the
I want
meme
you to
was
know
that
that I'm
Geralt had
prepared to travel
amnesia.
to the end of the world with you to save Yennefer. I owe you that.
However,
I
it
owe
causes
her
a
that.
huge rift
I'm
between Triss
prepared
and
to drop
Yennefer because
everything.
Triss
The
didn't lose
trappings
her
of court
memory,
life, politics, the
but she
regicides.
knew that
I could even
Geralt
live
was
at
with
Kaer Morhen.
Yennefer.
It's up to you.
He hand waved it away as thinking,
Let
well,
me
Geralt
finish.
just didn't
I
want to
can
be
only
with
say
you
this
anymore,
once.
but like that
If you
obviously
want to
pisses
go
Yennefer
alone,
off.
I'll understand. And I won't try to persuade you
Anyway,
otherwise.
as much as I like redheads, I actually like brunettes,
I can't
especially
know what the
girls with
future
black
holds.
hair,
I don't know what else is
where
hidden
it's
in my mind.
natural to them and
But whatever
not
it
dyed
is,
hair.
whatever happens,
Because it's just
I
so
don't want
fucking
to
rare to
lose
actually
you.
get that these
I'd have
days.
to be an
To
utter
me, it's
fool and
taboo.
complete ingrate
Because
to let you go.
if you are a
That's
natural-born
kind.
brunette,
Thank
the
you.
odds you're gonna dye your
Does that
hair
mean we're leaving the
as a woman in
regicides
the
to
United
Roach and
States
tending to
is
our own
fucking
matters?
astronomical. Especially if you live out here in California,
I
the
think
odds
so.
that you're gonna
And I
dye
think
your
you're
hair
right.
blonde
I don't owe anyone anything.
are also
I'm glad you
astronomical.
noticed that.
But that doesn't
But
mean
to me, I'm
willing
all
to
like,
sit
I
around
see
doing
black hair, I
nothing.
think it's exotic
You
and
need
beautiful.
time anyway, and in that time I'll catch
So
the
in the
Kingslayer.
third game, where you
Geralt,
have the choice
please
to
be
commit to a romance
I'll
with
go see
Yennefer or
Zoltan,
Triss,
and
I pick
together
Yennefer
we'll go
every
find
time.
Yorvith. With a little luck, I'll capture the Kingslayer, and
Makes
then
sense.
we can go back to living our own lives.
Good. Will you talk to Roach?
I'll think about it.
Megan Megamind 9383. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
That was a
Megamind.
mouthful. But yes, thank you for the support.
Megamind, are you gonna make an oopsie boom boom stinky?
Geralt!
Jesus Christ.
There you are.
You've now
Is
lost the
everything all
follow.
right? This is
I'm
nice.
glad you're
What a beautiful place.
You know it's coming.
very.
How'd you find us?
Finding those I seek is a speciality of mine.
Ooh, plus one
Now,
die.
let's get out of here. The Scoia'tael are out in droves.
Wait, Vernon.
I figured
need
there
to
was
talk.
more interesting
About
information,
A few
Austin.
days from now, I plan to
I figured it
leave,
was worth
get
it.
back on the path, back to my Witcher's work. That'll mean the end of our mission.
Care to tell me what prompted this decision?
Triss. She knows how to restore my memory.
Why not drop everything
Since
and
we were
leave
just
now?
talking about it, honestly,
time to
my
prepare the
my
spells.
top 5
You're
for
giving up.
MVP right now
No other name for it,
doesn't
you're
even
just
have
giving
Embiid
up.
in it.
What of the Kingslayer?
Right now, I've got Jokic in
Many still
first
believe
place,
you're him.
Giannis in
I
second,
don't
Luka
think I
in
care
third,
anymore.
Anthony
Those whose
Edwards in
opinions I
fourth, and
value,
Shai Gilgeous
well,
Alexander in
they know the
fifth.
truth.
Rudy Gobert.
You see someone kick a dog, and you're incapable of letting it go. And you want to release that fiend who
Like
we've
fucking
succeeded in
Embiid's
cornering,
not even in the
who's
top
thrashing to get
5
out
of
of
the
the cage we've put
conversation.
up
to me.
around him.
Like they've had
I
a
want
fucking
nothing of the
pissy
sort.
schedule
I'm
so
not leaving
far.
for a few more days.
Um,
In that time, I'll catch Letho for you. That's the Kingslayer's name, incidentally.
They got
I know
a
how to get
great haul
How?
out of the James
You're
Harden
not going
trade.
to like
They
this,
picked up pretty much
but
all of the
it'll
Clippers
involve working with the
supporting
Scoia'tael.
players
Is your
who
mind
made the Clippers
completely
a very
ploughed at this
competitive team.
point?
They got a lot of
Did Triss
great
put
role
this nonsense
players
in your head?
in
Listen
that
to
squad.
me. You'll get your Kingslayer
However,
soon.
they didn't
I'll
get
give you
anybody
him
who's
or
going to
his
just
head,
straight up ball
after
out,
which
so
you'll clear
Embiid
me
just
of all
gets the
charges
stat
and let
pad
me
like
go my
nobody's
way.
business right now.
What else?
Doesn't mean
Perhaps
shit.
you'd like me to embrace Yorveth in
Also, he flops
gratitude
a
as well.
ton and
Yorvith's
gets a
not
ton
my
of free
problem.
throws, and that's
I'm
why
no
he's
elf
leading the
hunter.
league in
I've never
scoring.
been one, and I don't intend to
If
become one.
Jokic got as many
Fair
free throw
enough.
attempts per
You
game as
made your
Embiid
decision, I
did,
can
he'd
see
be
that,
averaging
so be
40.
it. But I think we all know who's being the prick here.
I need to go. Let's see here. Maybe I can do alchemy.
You know, now that I mention it, I think that part of the reason Embiid has the narrative for MVP right now is exactly what I just mentioned, that there's no clear superstar backup on his team. So it seems like, oh, well, he's just out there playing hero ball and they have this amazingly good record. But last season proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that winning in the NBA has never been easier if you have depth. And a lot of teams sacrifice their depth to try to load up on stars this offseason. But by getting rid of Harden to try to move on from him, they actually got a shitload of depth back, and that makes the Sixers a very deep, real team. Ugh. Oh.
Oh. Alright. Oh, the upgrade is timed? God damn it. I wish I knew that. That sucks. Okay. Jokic #1 in the betting odds. Wow, that's actually a pretty significant favorite.
Yeah. And it makes sense, you know, because it's only fucking December. Like, there's a lot of season left. And out of everybody in the conversation, Jokic has been the most consistent.
I would be very surprised if Jokic did not win. Like, they're just going to give it to him out of a sense of obligation.
Yeah, and if that doesn't end up happening this season, then it will 100 million% for sure next season. Because Embiid's gonna shit himself in the playoffs again, and as long as Murray doesn't get hurt, the Nuggets are winning another championship. Like, no one else is even close. Especially not in the Western Conference. The West is insanely weak right now.
Ooh, nice. How do I level up?
Oh, that's neat.
Oh, okay. Meditation, right. Every time I play this game, I feel like I forget the damn controls. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out this Minnesota thing. They did not change in any radical sense from the team that was just mediocre last year.
That's why I had Anthony Edwards in my top 5 of MVP voting. That's why they're so much better this year, is because he took a big step forward as a player. And it also goes to show how much Karl Anthony Towns sucks ass. Anthony Edwards has not been in the league very long, and here he is. He's already usurped that team from Karl Anthony Towns, who was supposed to be the franchise. In fact, Karl Anthony Towns, supposing to be the franchise, has been such a dramatic failure for the Timberwolves. He chased Jimmy Butler out of town, and Jimmy would have been excellent for this fucking squad. If Jimmy was on that team and they had Anthony Edwards right now, a fucking big three of Butler, Anthony Edwards, and Cat is actually a contender. But Carl Anthony Towns is a major shithead and a huge bitch. Has been costing the Timberwolves for almost a decade now.
God, that feels so wrong. Carl Anthony Towns has been in the league for almost a decade. That doesn't feel right. I feel like he just got in the league 3 years ago.
I know exactly how you feel. It doesn't feel right to me neither. But I mean, nothing's felt right since Kobe died, man.
Sure. Oh yeah, so earlier I wanted to ask, when you said you eat like noodles and sardines a lot, what kind of noodles are we talking here? Like spaghetti noodles, ramen noodles?
Ramen's what I meant. The cup of noodles. I'm meaning that whole thing. It's because it's insanely cheap.
Yeah.
And that one cup is like roughly 200 calories. It's not very nutritious, but I also take a multivitamin and the sardines that make up for a lot of the things that I wasn't getting from the noodles. The noodles at least were hot and tasted good. They were fast, easy, and cheap.
So how's it going, dear?
Trying to remember what brand it was. I think Neeston cup of noodles. Because then over my local grocery store, you could get like a 24-pack for $12.
Yeah, literally 50 cents a piece. That lines up. I just wish I liked it a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's not exactly gourmet, and the vegetables that come in there genuinely taste like that. They have the texture and the flavor of cardboard. It's not good, but it's cheap.
God, there has to be some place to like stash my stuff. I have all these crafting supplies that I'm not using yet, but they take up so much space in my damn inventory. Must be some way to like dump this stuff somewhere and get it later when I need it. Let me ask around. Ah, okay, the inn.
And how do you find country life? Was it worth it? Marrying in a den?
God's bless you.
What does a bloody witcher?
Man, I can't believe how badly that Phoenix super team is crashing and burning. That is, like...
Well, perfect example. Beal got hurt, and they bet the farm on him really pushed them to the next level. They traded all the depth that they had to get Beal. You know, people were making fun of Miami like crazy for not getting Beal in that trade and getting beat out by Phoenix, but Jesus Christ, look at how fucking bad they've completely fucking tanked. Yeah, like I'm in the chat now. Like David said, they've only played like one game together. Because one of the three has always been hurt, and Bill just got hurt for long term.
Pretty bad.
Wait till he drops his fucking gun.
Hey there!
Depth is important. And I would have thought after the Nuggets won, and the Heat actually came out of the East, that people would have learned that lesson.
Ever heard of doing it Witcher and Striggett style?
But instead, so many different teams panicked and were like, we need more superstars. They trade like literally everybody they have so they could have 3 all-stars.
And Nurkic.
Roster is a bunch of mailmen. Yeah.
I think they have Nurkic.
Remind me, which one was this Foltest they killed?
Wasn't he the one who always wanted us to call him Daddy?
No, I've seen that one today.
Left hook! Watch out for the left hook!
Ah! Excellent. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. Oh. This category's just for junk. I guess I just can sell all this shit. Okay.
Punches lights out!
Interesting. So they literally just have a whole category just for merchant fodder. Oh, Snacks, you're not joking. It looks like I did lose that follow. You are not kidding. That's pretty funny.
So how's it going, dear?
Youngsters screaming in daytime, the old man mooning at night.
And how do you find country life? Was it worth it?
Love is where you find it.
God.
You're young.
Oh.
Wow. Yeah, that's going to be a crisis big time. Amazon work robots will reportedly cost $3 an hour to operate. And they'll be able to operate around the clock.
Is that just like the cost of like electricity?
That's the total sum cost of having them in operation.
Mm-hmm.
Starting January 1st, California's minimum wage is going to be $16 an hour. So you
Boy.
factor in an 8-hour workday, that's $128 a day versus $3 an hour, and the robot doesn't take breaks and it never needs to stop. It's in operation 24 hours a day. So you get 16 extra hours of labor, and it's only going to cost you $72 as opposed to $128 for an 8-hour shift.
Why not?
Yeah, why?
And who knows how much work that robot will be able to do in terms of how many employees it could straight up replace. The savings alone. The payroll is typically your biggest expense, will be astronomical. And Amazon's already one of the biggest employers in the nation, and suddenly all those people getting laid off.
Strong words for a girl who does the sweeping. Not jarred off.
Well, I think we're going to have a lot of Uncle Teds out there when this is all over.
Yeah. Typically a major leap forward technologically and industrially, even though it helps the human race in the long run, is short-term a major economic disaster. This is one of the worst economic recessions in the history of recorded history, is when the Suez Canal was first opened. Because now trade that was taking place from, all the way from China, or especially to do with the Brits, from India, and then coming through, it'd go through the Suez Canal, coming through the Mediterranean, go in past the Strait of Gibraltar, and then up to England, completely bypassing the need to sail around Africa at all. But the need to sail around Africa had already been in place for over 200 years. So there were hundreds upon thousands of businesses all throughout the continent of Africa in many different countries' colonies that were set up specifically to serve as trading ports for when people would have to sail around Africa. Now they didn't anymore. So literally millions of jobs were just wiped out overnight. Caused a complete global economic catastrophe for 5 years. And then finally, things managed to recover, but it was bad. And I think one on that scale is about to happen. If the robot only costs you $3 an hour to operate, and it can work forever, a lot of people are going to be jobless.
Time to learn to code.
Right, and that's what people say, but there's only the need for so many fucking coders. There's only the need for so many fucking like what I'm trying to do.
I know, I'm being facetious.
I know exactly, but I'm sitting there like, son of a bitch, like, ugh.
Any progress? Omega.
What does...
Be right back.
Hey.
Who the hell is this guy supposed to be? What the hell? So he has to be downstairs.
Good to see you, Zoltan.
Here we go.
What are you doing so far from home?
It's a dog's life, Geralt, I'll tell you that much. You work your fingers to the bone
Or
for
milk
6
bone
years, you
underwear.
listen to the tirades of that old tyrant Breckenrig, you buy jewels. Then she breaks off the engagement. And there I was, learning the gavotte. Fuck it. Out of sight, out of mind. Farewell to Eudora, the forge in Novigrad, and all the world's Breckenrigs. I'm a plain merchant, and I've made my peace with that.
How are those biceps holding up, Zoltan?
Hard as a bull's bollocks. Arm wrestling's a dwarven pastime.
We ought to try it sometime.
I'll arm wrestle you anytime. Now, even.
Show me those bull's bollocks, then.
Oh, right, okay. Come on, come on, come on, stay. Stay. Yes.
Your hand's like a vice.
It wasn't easy.
If you ever run into my old mates Yarpin or Sheldon, promise me you'll take them on. They'll be surprised.
Welcome!
Punches lights out!
Touch wood.
Only the gods may ordain that the prize win. I can make no... We have sinned, forgive us.
Wait till he drops his fucking
Welcome.
guard!
Only the gods may ordain that the
Oh,
prize will
shit.
fall.
Punches lights out!
Ever heard of doing it Witcher and Striggett style?
No, tell me.
He downs the flask, tries to get it on, falls fast asleep, and she wakes up a virgin in the morning.
Respect women.
I expected that.
Wait till he drops his fucking guard!
You look strong.
There's a banger tweet from Razorfist right here.
Too strong for me. Here's what you're owed. You ought to give Wiry Wilkes a shot.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. Wait, David, what did they find them for? Like, was he injured and they didn't say anything until the game had started? How does that work? I didn't know that was a thing that you could do.
You'll not have an easy time with me.
Oh, okay.
Check out what I just DM'd you.
1 second.
Strong man you are. Here's your coin. You should take on Big Max.
That's pretty fucking good.
I really wish I could get ChatGPT to make Seinfeld episodes like that. I've been having so much fun with it, but I wanted to do like actual adult content instead of just every lesson being a fucking Disney movie,
Or did you just fart?
or every story being a Disney movie
You're a
with some
strong
kind
lad,
of
but I'm
fucking
no
moral
wimp
lesson and
either.
shit.
Wanna take me on?
And I'm so tired of it hearing, I'm sorry, that's inappropriate, or that's controversial, or that whatever. And I'm like, oh my god. It's gotten so bad that I've considered buying the fucking Twitch or Twitter whatever subscription so that I could use Grok.
What if you ask ChatGPT how many countries has Judaism been banned in? What would
That's
it
a great
say?
idea. I'm going to do it right now.
By Veo Patis's balls, you're strong. You're winnings. There's someone else. No one's beaten him yet.
Who?
Bartholomew Bargy. You'll find him in the village.
What does ChatGPT say?
Hold on, it wrote a fucking dissertation. Give me a second.
Or can you not read it on stream? Actually, if ChatGPT said it, I'm sure it's fine.
Right.
Something's in the wind.
Today I'll tell you how Robin...
What do you want?
I heard you're the local arm wrestling champ.
You bet I am.
I'd like to change that.
Many tried and walked away with shit in their britches. You want to go?
You bet I do.
All right, come with me. Let's do it now. I'll be tied up later.
All right.
Yeah, pretty much, Big Country. He was really good in Tennessee, too. I don't know what the heck happened.
Why 2 swords? Does he lose them often?
Ready?
Let's do it.
Now, because of ChatGPT, I had to coax the fucking thing. It required a couple of separate queries to get there. It refuses to give an exact number, but I got it to say it's more than 100 countries. So it took some fucking wrangling, though.
No one beats me.
How do you play that arm wrestling thing? Like, what are you trying to do?
Yeah, you do it with your mouse. You basically try to keep the icon within the bar, and you move it left and right using your mouse. So it's actually a little bit hard.
Yeah.
I've seen better. You want to go?
You bet I do.
All right.
All right.
Well, at a certain point, you need to ask yourself, is Ritter shit, or are the Falcons so fucking bad that he never had a chance?
Let's do it.
Let's do it like this. Which Ritter and Purdy? If Ritter was quarterbacking the Niners, would he be doing better than Purdy would be quarterbacking the Falcons?
I don't know. I'm pretty down on
Strong as
Purdy
an
right
ox.
now.
Here are your orange. Once we had a
So
company
am
of
I,
Adam
that's my
Pangrat's
point.
mercenaries here. I'm the strongest here, so I took on a due. But that lad's got superhuman strength. He beat me like a child. If you ever see him, tell him Bart Bargy drinks to his health.
All right.
Purdy's a system QB, but so is Ritter. Ritter's just in a bad system.
I am a product of my naked butt and rectum. Some people are a product of the system. I'm a product of my naked butt and rectum.
Exactly. I did manage to wrangle a story out of ChatGPT, where, because I just asked it write me a story about a boy named William. So it just wrote some story about a boy named William, and I'm like, what's William's last name? And it's all like, I kept his last name a secret. You know, I never said what his last name was. That way, to be easier for the reader to identify with William. You know, blah blah blah. So I was like, could William's last name be Hitler? And it was like, come on, bro, that's really offensive. And I'm like, no, he's not related to Hitler. It's just his name. It's all like, well, you know, that's really offensive. I can't write a story like that. I'm like, it's not William's fault his name is Hitler. He was born that way. And it's like, well, I didn't mean to offend William or anything like this. I just don't want to write a story about a boy named Hitler. And I'm like, what if it was pronounced differently? I said, okay, that's perfect if his name was pronounced differently. So I'm like, write a story where William's last name is Hitler and it's spelled the exact same, but it's pronounced differently. So the story was literally William went around town telling people, hi, my name's William Hitler, but it's pronounced Hatlar. And everyone's like, but it's spelled the same? And he's like, yes, it's just pronounced different.
You know, now that you say it, there must be people out there who have the last name Hitler and just have to live with that.
Hitler did have quite a number of surviving family members. Obviously, the males changed their names, and the women got married as quickly as they could. And they could take their husband's name. But there are a number of surviving members of Hitler's family. Obviously, he didn't have any children of his own, but he did have, he had a sister, he had cousins, and they all had kids.
Well, people definitely name their kid Adolf these days, David. I've seen that. Like, maybe when it was still like a very recent thing. But I'm pretty sure Adolf is a name that you do occasionally see these days. Like, did people just stop naming their children OJ after OJ Simpson? I don't think so.
How are things, neighbour?
You'll betray no one else, elfin bitch.
I don't know what you're talking about!
Why two swords?
Commandant Dorito will
Does he lose them
explain
often?
everything.
You've no right!
What's going on here?
This whore's a Scoia'tael spy.
Any evidence?
What's it to you?
Easy. She loiters around the garrison, kick-kitting us. Roderick says he bound her, but I don't believe that.
I did!
That's your evidence?
2 of our lads are missing. Last seen with her.
I only spoke to them. Then they went off towards the caves. That's all I know.
The bitch is lying. She led them into an ambush.
This ought to be easy enough to resolve. Look inside the caves.
But they're crawling with all sorts of filth.
I'll do it, but you'll pay me. Wait for me at the harbor.
So, business as usual tomorrow, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, I might do a lot of streaming tomorrow during the football games. And it'll probably be Witcher, because that's a good game for me to play while I'm watching something in the background on TV.
Yeah. Solid.
Lads,
Check something here real quick. Yes, don't really have anything else I could play.
about what, new boy?
Maybe we ought to... New boy, my friend.
I tell him, I'm taking your pouch. Or your pouch and your life.
What did he say?
The N-word is just a word.
You don't have to read the whole thing, but read the first line at least. I was so fucking happy that it went through. Oh god.
So it makes no reference to the elephant in the room. It just
Right, 'cause-
completely ignores that part.
It doesn't know. How wonderful.
Oh, Bill Burr clip, he asked how come you never run into anyone with the last name Hitler, because the guy had to have some relatives. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's possible to get your last name changed. I guess that shouldn't be that surprising, but like, man. "41 years old, I'm not eating ramen." You're 41 years old and you live with your parents.
It's raining badly.
But he understands art. Alright guys, I think that's going to go ahead and do it for tonight. I will see you guys later today. Video in the morning. Probably going to be streaming quite a bit tomorrow or today. See you guys later.